Welcome to another episode of Creator Daily. I'm your host, Michael, covering the top news stories, latest strategies, and emerging trends in the overall creator landscape. Today, we're diving into the House's latest move to pass a TikTok ban, now heading to the Senate. We'll also talk about the Twitter alternative, Post News, announcing its shutdown. X is shaking things up with a new AI-driven ad setup to simplify marketing. Walmart Plus is getting creative, bringing in celebrity moms to tackle TikTok questions for Mother's Day. And we'll give a quick look at Search Engine Journal's list of the top 30 social media influencers around the globe. Stay tuned for all this on Creator Daily. The ongoing saga around TikTok's presence in the US took a turn as the House once again passed a bill that could lead to the app's ban. This isn't the first time we've seen this kind of legislation, but what's different now is its inclusion in a package of foreign aid bills. Not only does this bundle military aid to Ukraine and Israel and humanitarian aid to Gaza, but it also puts pressure on the Senate to act quickly, given the urgent nature of the other fund provisions. The bill gained significant support, passing with a vote of 360-58, improving on the numbers from just last month's standalone bill. The tweaked version allows for a more generous timeline for TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, to divest the app. They're looking at an initial 9-month period with the possibility of a 3-month extension at the president's discretion. Ripples of the legislative process were felt during debates, as representatives like New York's Gregory Meeks backed the updated package, highlighting the more realistic timeframe for such a complex process. Meanwhile, Reper Joaquin Castro didn't directly comment on the TikTok situation, but did discuss the broader implications of technology like TikTok in revealing the impacts of armed conflict and policy decisions. Reper Raja Krishnamurthy added that the focus of the bill is not entirely TikTok itself, but more about its ownership by ByteDance, which is believed to be under the control of the Chinese Communist Party, a claim TikTok has denied. Even with the House's green light, the Senate's recess for Passover might delay further action. Although senators could be called back for an early vote, logistical challenges may arise. As it stands, President Biden has signaled he's ready to sign the TikTok legislation into law if it manages to navigate the legislative labyrinth successfully. So now, all eyes are on the Senate and whether this clever packaging strategy will expedite TikTok's divest or ban fate. It looks like Post News, which had positioned itself as a Twitter alternative following Elon Musk's takeover, is calling it quits. Noam Barden, the platform's founder and former CEO of Waze, has candidly pointed out that Post News isn't growing at a pace that's sustainable for it to become a viable business or influential platform. Despite only launching in closed beta in November 2022 and going public early 2023 with over 400,000 signups, they're planning to shut down in the next few weeks. The platform was backed by Andreessen Horowitz and attempted to shake things up by offering ad-free access to stories from major publishers like Fortune and Wired, asking users to pay just a few cents per article instead of full subscription fees. The idea was to build a community free from toxicity, an engagement spot for publishers, and a test bed for micropayments and user willingness to pay for individual pieces. But the costs of running things have outstripped the activity they've seen. For those who've used Post News, the silver lining is you'll be able to download your posts starting next week, and you've got until the end of May to withdraw any remaining cash balance. While Post News might be packing up, it's not the end of the road for Twitter alternatives. Platforms like Mastodon and Blue Sky are still in the race, functioning within a federated system which means they can share content across different social platforms. So while it's a bit of a downer for Post News, the search for a compelling social media alternative continues, with decentralized platforms still holding their ground in the digital space. The social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, has rolled out a new, more streamlined setup for its advertising system. This update aims to simplify the process for creating and launching ad campaigns using AI-powered targeting tools. Advertisers now just need to select a conversion event like a purchase, set a daily ad budget, and input demographic information such as gender, age, and location. X's algorithms then kick in to optimize targeting, potentially reaching users beyond the specified audience to improve return on investment. During beta testing, this AI-optimized targeting led to a noteworthy increase in click-through rates and conversion rates, with about 92% of advertisers observing better outcomes and choosing to keep the feature enabled. X has been making significant investments in AI not only for its advertising but also for its chatbot, Grok. However, despite these improvements, the social media giant still faces challenges due to the controversial public statements from its owner, Elon Musk, which have made some advertisers cautious. Furthermore, the platform's relaxed stance on moderating content has led to concerns about ads appearing next to offensive material. Nevertheless, these AI-centric updates could attract advertisers willing to invest in X's ad platform, which also includes a new feature that offers a cost estimate for campaigns. Walmart Plus is celebrating Mother's Day with a creative flair. They've called upon a host of celebrity moms, such as Paris Hilton, Whitney Cummings, Tia Mowry, and a few others, to offer some candid advice in response to questions posed by fans on TikTok. This campaign, dubbed Moms Answer Moms, allows real-life moms to get some real talk from these renowned personalities while they navigate the joys and trials of motherhood. This new initiative isn't just about advice sharing, it's also a subtle nudge towards the perks of a Walmart Plus membership. Expect to hear how the subscription can help make a mom's life easier, with benefits like free shipping, fuel savings, and even video streaming through Paramount Plus. They purposely chose mothers with a diverse range of experiences, from having newborns to grown children, seeking to tap into a wide audience of mothers looking for a community of support. Walmart's strategic use of TikTok for this campaign ties into the platform's wide demographic reach, which includes a significant portion of millennial parents. The company's foray into TikTok is far from a one-off. They've been actively testing the waters with shoppable live streams and other initiatives, and while the future of TikTok in the US remains uncertain, for now, Walmart's message is clear. They're adaptable and prepared to evolve their strategies with the changing digital landscape. Are you curious about who's crushing it in the social media world? Well, here's the scoop on the top dogs of digital influence across platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and X. These are the people who've mastered the art of online presence and have followers in the millions, and sometimes hundreds of millions. So how do we figure out who's really at the top? By tallying up followers and subscribers from all these big platforms, a leaderboard of sorts has been created for the top 30 social media influencers around the globe. These influencers come in different flavors. We've got nano-influencers with follower counts between 1,000 to 10,000 effective for super-specific campaigns. Then there are micro-influencers in the 10 to 100,000 range, balancing relatability and reach. Macro-influencers with followers from 100,000 to 1 million enjoy broad appeal. And finally, we have celebrity influencers boasting over 1 million followers. Big guns for grand-scale brand awareness. Among the platforms, YouTube stands tall with 2.5 billion monthly active users, closely followed by Instagram with 2 billion. TikTok's not too far behind, and then there's X. Although having the least, X's text-driven, concise content approach still pulls a significant crowd. And speaking of cross-platform mastery, many influencers now tactfully repurpose their content for various platforms. For instance, TikTok videos often migrate over to Instagram Reels, creating a win-win situation for their audience base and influence. Now, drumroll please, for the creme de la creme of the social media influencer world. At the top sits none other than soccer sensation Cristiano Ronaldo, with an astonishing 732 million followers. Music and screen star Selena Gomez comes in next, followed by the pint-sized powerhouse with the ponytail, Ariana Grande. The influencers from the Kardashian and Jenner families make a hefty mark, and so does Mr. Beast, the content creator king. It's important to note that many of the global influencers on social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok were celebrities long before the digital age. Some, however, are Gen Z influencers who have grown up with social media, like Charli D'Amelio, who's taken TikTok by storm. So what does all this mean for your brand? With the world spending billions of hours on social media daily, the potential for brands to harness the power of these influencers is massive. Brands can team up with influencers for authentic endorsements, reaching their dedicated audiences and potentially converting fans into customers. Remember, the bigger the influencer, the heftier the price tag for partnerships. Choose influencers relevant to your brand niche to maintain authenticity and smooth brand influencer alignment. In summary, social media influencers are not just changing the game, they practically are the game now in marketing. With their astronomical follower counts, these individuals have the power to make or break trends and even introduce your brand to whole new audiences. And that's what's buzzing in the world of social media influence. That's a wrap on today's episode of Creator Daily. I'm your host, Michael, and I want to thank you for tuning in and joining the conversation. We covered a ton today, and there's plenty more to dive into. Don't forget to check the show notes for all the links and additional information we talked about. If you've got questions, comments, or just want to share your own insights, we'd absolutely love to hear from you. Drop us a line at creatordaily@podcrafter.com. We're always on the lookout for what you creators out there are doing, thinking, and how you're changing the game. Remember, whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out on your creative journey, this community is here for you. Keep innovating, keep creating, and most importantly, stay connected. Until next time, keep pushing the envelope, and we'll be right here waiting to talk about it. I'm Michael, signing off. Catch you on the next episode of Creator Daily.